If I have to hold your hand while I say this, you are not mature enough to have this conversation. Stop telling George R. R. Martin he's going to die before finishing Winds of Winter. Reading that horrible blog post where he lists off all of the horrible things that people have said to him over the years was genuinely devastating. I'm going to read an excerpt. You have given up on me, or on the book. I will never finish Winds of Winter. If I do, I will never finish A Dream of Spring. If I do, it won't be any good. I'm going to die soon anyway because I am so old. I lost all interest in A Song of Ice and Fire years ago. What? And most people, when they get into book writing, don't expect to become famous. Not that kind of famous where you're recognized on the street. And if you don't believe me, I want you to ask yourself, genuinely, how many authors do you think that you would recognize if you passed them on the street, on sight? That number probably isn't above 5. And even then, that's kind of high. And you're probably thinking J.K. Rowling, George R. R. Martin, Stephen King, maybe Brandon Sanderson, maybe Neil Gaiman, maybe your favorite author. But realistically, not very many. This level of fame and scrutiny is not common amongst publishing professionals. And it's interesting to me just how entitled people get around this topic, because it genuinely feels like people feel that they are owed the ending of a story, that they are owed that labor from the author. And would it be nice if every series was finished in a timely manner? Yeah, sure. But book publishing isn't like other forms of media. The bulk of the work is handled by one person. The publishing team is there to support that person and help them along the way, but it still comes down to the author to do everything. And when that author is under that much scrutiny, is it any surprise that there's a struggle involved? Once a manuscript makes it in-house, it needs to go through multiple stages of editors, proofreaders, designers, publishers, typesetters, the marketing department, the production department, an illustrator if that's involved, and at every point in that process it has to then go back to the author for approval. Additionally, when you look at a series like A Song of Ice and Fire, every single book in that series is 5, 6, 7 plus 100 pages long. And when you consider that George R. R. Martin started writing those books in 1996, I think it was, that was the year I was born. That series has been going for almost 30 years. Tell me, how long have you had your longest job for? And look, asking people to feel ashamed or guilty for their actions has never actually made a difference in anyone's decision making. I'm not asking for that. What I do think we need is a cultural shift, because frankly, it's not like the current method is getting us the books any faster. All it's doing is destroying this poor man's mental health. And I don't know, man, I'm just someone on the internet. What does my opinion matter?